Hey guys, this is Luis with Team X 3 Drop. We have a very special video with you for today. We have, what's your name?
Georgiy Kachurin.
Georgiy. So why is this special? What did you do this weekend?
So this weekend at YCS Portland, I was randomly selected for a public event playoff, and I ended up winning a prize card.
Prize card.
Yeah.
So you won the 1 out of 4 prize cards that are available to the world right now.
Yeah, the super rares.
Yeah. Man, how was that?
I mean, that was exhilarating. It was the first YCS of the season. Getting one of those prize cards was really exciting.
No, man, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
All right, do you want to show us what you play for the event?
Yeah, so I opted to play Danger Orcust, go second Danger Orcust. I just felt that the deck had a lot of extenders. The natural strength of the Orcust engine just enabled you to break a lot of boards, and on the off chance you were forced to go first, you could still end up on a pretty good board. So.
All right, let's show us the deck.
Okay, so just standard Orcust engine, 3 harp, 2 nightmare, 1 symbol skeleton, 1 world wand. I opted to play 3 harp horror. I know a lot of people that are playing scrap recycler cut this to 2, but I felt that in a lot of the hands that I had, that I would want to just be able to discard this off of a nightmare. And so on the off chance my mermaid would get negated, because mermaid is the choke point of the deck, and so if mermaid got stopped you couldn't really keep going, but if you ended up discarding harp horror then you can actually still continue your plays. And
yeah.
As for the starter cards, we got 3 scrap recycler, 1 Armageddon Knight, 1 dark greffer. These 5 cards pretty much just do the same thing. Priority is just dumping harp horror, but again you can tailor whatever you need to dump given at the time.
So like if you open one of these and you make mermaid and it goes through, you end up also having wand engraved, correct?
Yeah. So if you dump harp horror, then nightmare isn't locked into sending harp horror from the deck. You can send in any machine, any dark machine. So typically you would send world wand and then you can extend your plays from there.
Yeah.
And I really like Dark Greffer. I think this was kind of a last minute addition. We were playing a second crescendo, but which didn't quite make sense because we were going second, and so we decided to put in an extender that kind of maximized the number of impactful normal summons, but also got more of the clunky cards out of your hand. And I think between World Wand, Nessie, and the other extender that we're going to show you soon, it was really easy to special summon the card and keep it.
Yeah.
One of my favorite extenders, Tenny Spirit Vishuddha. If you guys don't know what this card does, it functions a lot like Trickstar Korobane, where you can reveal it from your hand when you have no monsters, just summon it from your hand, and then you can link off into their vanilla link 1, and then if you have a vanilla on the field, you can banish this from your grave to compulse any card on the field.
Yeah.
So that can be a set card, a set floodgate. It ends up breaking a lot of boards going second. I really liked it, especially against combo decks, because you would just summon this into their field, and then if they had spheres, they'd be just essentially forced to bounce either this or the link 1, and then it's just literally 1-for-1 trade. And if they don't negate it, then you just out one of their hot reds or their Titanic Galaxy for free. And
also, like if they flip a skill drain on you, you can bounce back skill drain, right?
Yeah. That was the card I was trying to draw into game 1 of the finals. I had skill drain flipped against me in game 1, and so I was like, oh, where's my Vishuddha? And I didn't end up drawing it, but if I did, I think I would have won just on the spot.
Yeah.
And then probably the best extenders in the game right now, 2 Nessie, 2 Jackalope, 2 Tsukinoko.
I mean, there's a reason why they got limited, right?
Yeah, for sure. Especially in this deck, there's so much synergy just because with Greffer, Nessie is just amazing. With just your standard Orcust combo, you're going to be discarding at least 2 cards because you're a go second deck. You're probably going to discard something off of Phoenix and then 1 off of Mermaid. So opening Nessie alone is just amazing. Jackalope or Tsukinoki can actually just extend your plays. And so I really like these cards, especially against combo decks where your hand got restricted by the amount of resources you had to chuck at them to bait all their negates.
Yeah.
Having the dangers allowed you to keep drawing into new cards, and with every single card you play in the deck, it was so impactful that you could probably just like bait all their negates and then play through their board.
Yeah.
So really like those cards. And then a little bit of an unusual thing, I ended up playing hand traps in this Go Second deck. I've seen a lot of Orcust players just play more combo pieces, and I can understand that, but I think the hand traps really serve to just stun your opponent, make them end on a subpar board, which allows you to take advantage of that with your Orcust combo and end up just OTKing them in the backswing.
Yeah, I just feel like, you know, playing this deck and one like good Ash or Valor like lets you play your turn, and you have like this deck can just break a board, and and
I opted to play Effect Valor over Impermanence. I do feel like Impermanence is the better card, but in this specific deck, because you just need any 2 monsters to initiate your combo, if you ended up drawing just all extenders and no way to normal summon, you could at worst just normal summon this and keep going. Can't really do that with Impermanence. They ended up working really, really well.
It comes up.
We're going for more extenders. So we got 3 Instant Fusion, 3 Engage, 1 Hornet Draws, 1 Eagle Booster. I really, really like Instant Fusion going second. 1000 Eyes Restrict also just baits out a negate. They're pretty much forced to use their 1 Spell or Trap negate on Instant Fusion. Even going first, like this card's just really good because if you open just a way to do your normal combo and then you have Instant Fusion, you can end on window, and then Dingirsu can detach in the end phase to protect your window from dying. And then against every deck bar, True Draco and Subterror, that's just lights out right there.
Yeah. Oh, and don't forget about that Orochi deck that's out there with Grand Module.
Yes, that too. And then I really like Engage as well. I just like wedging as many 1-card Orcust combos in this deck as possible, just because I think it's important in this particular format to be able to play through as many negates as you can, and 1-card combos allow you to do that as well. But then I also just really like having the searchable Call by the Grave in Eagle Booster as well. Sometimes your hand is just really good, but you want to just instantly solidify your board state. You can just end up doing this. Also, going first, typically your ending board is just Top Bomber, and so if you engage into Eagle Booster, then you can just
protect the bomber.
And it's just super good. Those are the spell extenders, and then just to round out the deck, we have 3 Call by the Grave, again, just to solidify your board state, and then 1 Fable and 1 Crescendo. Even though we were going second, I think able to capitalize off Galatea with these cards is really important. Especially sometimes like you need to bait out negates and you're not able to OTK them on the first turn. You can still, you know, break their board and then set up a Crescendo and then OTK them on the following turn. So
sounds good.
Alright, do you want to see extra deck or side deck?
Show us your extra deck next, please.
Alright, so for the Instant Fusion targets, we have Restrict and Window. This is going second, this is going first. Both really, really solid cards. And then for the Orcust cards, so we got 2 Dingirsu, Long Girsu, and 3 Galatea. I think this is the right call. There's some argument to playing 2 Galatea, just because if you are specifically playing a go second deck, because you would probably just summon at most 1 going second, and then if you ever needed to go past that, you would make the second one on the following turn. But for this specific playoff, since I did end up playing True Draco in the finals, having a grindy card with like the 3rd Galatea really came in. So.
Would you consider the Link 4?
Oh, Orchestrion? Maybe if we had like a 20-card extra deck limit. No, I just don't think there's enough space. I think this extra deck's pretty tight as it is. I think only the 3rd Galatea is maybe the flex spot, and even then, I think the 3rd Galatea is just so strong. We have a bunch of Link ones. We have Monk of Tenyi, Kagari, and Nightmare Mermaid. So this is the card that you link into with Vishuda.
The Tandy.
This card's so good just because it functions as an extender, but it also points down. And so a lot of the times you can, you know, negate something, or sorry, not negate something, but bait something with Vishuda, and then since this points down, just make Phoenix. And then now it's co-linked, and now you draw a card. And then to round out the nightmares, we got Cerberus and Phoenix. I didn't end up playing Unicorn. I just don't think Unicorn ever came up. A lot of times, if you ever needed to make a Link 3, one of the monsters was just an Orcust card, and almost at that point, Longears is just the better choice.
Yeah.
Because then Longears can out a card and then you can overland it, and Gearsuit out another card. So
Yeah.
it just felt that Unicorn was a little bit superfluous.
Yeah.
For the Link 4s, we got Top Bomber, which is probably your go-to play if you're forced to go first, and then one Borrelsword, because at its heart, this is a Borrelsword dot deck.
Yeah.
So.
Would you consider Borrelsword an honorary Orcust card?
Yeah. Orcust Sword Dragon.
Yeah. All right. Show us your side deck.
All right. So for the side deck, we got 3 Pankratops and 3 Lancia. Those are the monsters that we end up playing.
So another Pankratops going second, and Lancia for the mirror.
Yeah, for sure. I think it was really important to not disrespect Orcust. I think a lot of people counted it out, but I think between the UDS and the PPG Tour, and then now how well it did at this event, you definitely can't count Orcust out of the meta. I think it's definitely one of the best decks, if not the best deck.
Yeah.
And so you definitely need to play Lancia for the mirror.
Yeah.
As akin to playing Dimensional Barriers from your hands, it's even better.
Yeah.
Pankratops was really clutch. I think with more people focusing more on like a control mid-rangey deck, Pankratops really comes in handy, especially because you can have this exert board pressure just by virtue of how big it is.
Yeah.
Just effectively beat over stuff. You
Yeah.
don't even have to, immediately tribute it off for its effect.
Yeah. I also think that Pankratops is really good against that Crusadia Thunder deck, because if they finish the end their board with Spheres, Hot Red, and Colossus, Pankratops will get rid of 2 negates.
Yeah, because you just summon this, go to battle phase, you punch over Spheres, they're essentially forced to bounce it, and then you just pop one of their other cards.
Pop the Hot Red, yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah, it just breaks the board.
Yeah. And then even at worst, against True Draco, it's super good, especially if they don't have Diagram, because 2600 beats over every True Draco monster. And then you beat over their monster, and then you pop another card.
Yeah.
And then I was about to say, at worst, it's just another extender. And you only need 2 bodies to do the Orcust combo, so. And then if we're talking about stuff that baits out negates like crazy, there's Mind Control. This card's super awesome because at worst, this is probably one of the best cards to just top deck, especially if a striker player is forced to Widow Anchor one of your cards and link off with it, and they just end on a Nightmare. Then you can Mind Control their Nightmare and then make Mermaid just with that card alone. Against a combo deck, you can just bait a negate with this. And against Striker, you don't have to worry about Array floating either.
Yeah.
And I play the Striker package in this deck too, so it's so nice to just play a Striker spell and then maybe Mind Control their Shizuku, and then link into Kagari, get my Striker card back, and then keep going. So I thought that card was pretty great. We got 3 Twin Twister. In this deck, there's a lot of synergies. You have a lot of Orcust cards that you want to dump out of your hand. With the dangers, you always end up plussing with this card. I didn't feel super comfortable playing in the main deck, but it was really good versus like super heavy back row decks, especially True Draco. And then last spell, we got Sky Striker Maneuver Afterburners. Kind of a weird card in the side deck, but this was put in the side deck with Inspector Border in mind, and just cards that prevent me from playing the game. I just wanted a searchable out to just like pop the card and potentially even pop like a Floodgate or a back row and just keep going. I'm wondering if Widow Anchor might be a better call over this, because leaving monsters on the board is actually a good thing, because it makes your Borrelsword just bigger and allows you to OTK them faster. And against cards that are immune to monster destruction like Colossus, I think Widow Anchor would be better. But I think that just warrants more testing. And then, the card that ended up winning me the finals was Anti-Spell. Again, I just wanted a really good card to side in if I was going first. If they made me go first, and I think this is such a win button versus a lot of decks.
So what happened in that game 3 of the final?
So I summoned Greffer. He ended up using Lancia on me, and then I just set this and a Twin Twister and flipping this on his turn, and he had 5 spells and he couldn't do anything, and then he couldn't leverage his board state to pressure my Greffer out of the game, and I was able to OTK him on the following turn.
Borrelsword and Gears for game, baby. All right, man. Well, looks like a really fun deck. Looks really solid.
Oh, yeah.
So if anybody was having, trouble figuring out their Orcust deck, this is a really great, list. If you guys are, like it, go ahead and try it out. Let us know in the comments. And again, congratulations on that price card. I know you're pretty happy to win that, and
sure.
I guess your event didn't go as bad as you thought it did. All right, guys. Well, this is Luis and Georgiy, Team X3 drop with Georgiy's Orcust price card winning side event deck. If you guys, like I said, we're having trouble, go ahead and check it out. Let us know. So that's it. See you guys in the next one.